All right. So please try to practice that questions once, and let's discuss that questions on Monday's class. Okay. So if it is okay for you, let's continue with the another joints. We have few more joints like natural joints and self joints, right? Let's discuss that today. Okay. Is that fine?
Yes, Divya.
Great. So till now we discussed about the main joints in SQL. If we can talk, those joins only are the main important joins. Like in a join, left join, right join, and full join. Of course, full join is not there in MySQL, but all the three sequels in a join, left join, and right join is are all the important joins. But apart from them, we have few more joins like natural join, cross join, and self join. Okay, now let's see each one of them. First, what is natural join? See, natural join, what it happens basically, let's okay, we have employees data and we have five columns here. And okay, sorry, not employees. Let's see customer, and we have a C each both the columns. So we have these two tables, right? One is customer table and age table, which we use to understand the concept of the joins. We have CID as a common column between these two tables, right? So basically, what is natural join in the sense? Natural join, if we perform a natural join between two tables, it will check whether we have any common column or not in that two tables. If it can, if whenever that natural join sees the common column, it will just simply joins the table. Okay, that means automatically whenever we use this natural join, automatically it identifies the common column. We won't give any condition, we won't use on condition here. Let me first write natural join in the sense whenever we use natural join, it will first check whether there is a common column or not. Okay, and if there is any common column, if there is common column between two tables, it will just start joining the table, or else I can say it will joins the table. If there is a common column between two tables, natural join It will create a join between them, I can say. Okay, here what happens whenever we are declaring or whenever we are using natural join between two tables, a SQL automatically searches for the common column. If it can see the common column, it will normally joins a simple table. Let's see the output. But if there is no common column, what it will do also we will see. First, as we have common column between these two tables, let's see the output. Like we need to write select star from customer C natural join. We need to use natural join keyword here. C age. Okay. In fact, no need of writing the alias names also here. So I'm just saying I want to display display the data by performing a natural join between these two tables. Okay. If I and this if we if we perform an inner join, what we will do, the next line will be we will write on, sorry, on we will mention customer.cid is equals to ch.cid, right? We will say what is the common column between those two tables whenever we are using inner join, correct? But here no need of using this on keyword only we need to use this two lines, that's it. I mean, we need to just use the select command, we need to mention the table names, and we need to write the natural join. SQL automatically finds the common column between them. That's the reason we are not giving the common column name here. We are not using on keyword here. Okay. And one more thing, if you remember, if we use inner join, what we did, we use on c dot cid is equals to a dot cid, right? This is the inner join syntax, as we all know. Here, if whenever we perform inner join, we need to give the common column name by using on keyword, and whenever I use asterisk here inside the select command, it will display my complete data, right? Here it will display the common column name two times, correct? If we don't use any column names here, generally if we use asterisk, it will display the common column name two times, right? In inner join. Whereas in natural join, whenever we are using natural join, the concept here is whenever we declared it as natural join, SQL automatically identifies the common column. So that's the reason we won't use this third line here. That is, we don't mention what is the common column between them. And whenever we perform a natural join, whether we have common columns, two columns also in the output, it will directly display only one time. It won't display two times. Let's see. Let's execute this. See, I got CID, CNAME and age, right? And again, it will perform normally as inner join output only, because it will display the common data only. Natural join also display common data between the two tables, but natural join it itself identifies what is the common column, and it will display the common column only once in the output. Am I clear? I will write it displays common data between them, right? Just like inner join, but common column will be identified by SQL itself whenever we use natural join. And in output, it displays common column name only once, right? So, So what is happening whenever we are trying to perform a natural join between these two tables, we don't mention any common column between them. SQL itself identifies first, it will go to the two tables, it will see what is the common column name. Whenever it finds a common column, it will just start joining the two tables, and basically it will perform in a join only internally. That is, it will display only the common data common data between the two tables, just like the inner join. Correct? Again, in the output, it displays the common column name only once. Okay. So is that clear so far?
SDB.
Okay, great. So you should you should get one doubt in this concept. Like someone asked me previously that as we are already mentioning in a join, what is the need of mentioning this condition here? Then at that time, I gave you one answer. I don't remember who asked me that question.
It's me, Divya,
Yeah,
because there will be a two common columns will be on the table.
right, right. So I said in inner join, we are mentioning this condition because if there are two common columns between two tables, SQL will get confused. What common column should be used, right? So you should get out that what if we have two common columns in this case, right? Here, anyways, we are not mentioning any common column name, right? If in the tables, if whenever we are performing a natural joins in the two tables, and if the two tables have two common column names, what it will do? Correct. So basically here in natural join, what it is happening, this is the drawback of the natural join. Basically natural join, we won't in natural join we won't specify any common column name. It will automatically detects and it will perform the join. Basically it will perform inner join only. And as I said just now, if there are multiple common columns in a table, it won't returns any data, it will just display the null data, which is the biggest drawback of natural join. Let's see that one also with examples. So I have some, let me activate Maven movies database. So inside Maven movies, I have customer table and payment table. Let me just select that data. Select start from customer. Okay, and I will write it as select star from payment. Here in customer table and payment table, I'm having two common names, right? Customer ID, last update, customer ID, last update. Correct. Here we are having two common column names. Let's try to perform natural join between these two tables. So I can simply write it as select star from customer, natural join, payment. That's it, right? We won't mention any common column name. We will just mention the table names and we will use the natural join keyword. Let me execute this. See, it is displaying the null data. It is not displaying the data at all, because here SQL is not understanding how to join. As it is having two column common column names, customer ID and last update are the common or the same common column names, right? So it won't display data. It will display the null data. So
Yes.
this is a drawback. We won't use natural join in real time. Okay. So in what cases it will work in the sense, let me display the data again. If you observe here, last update data, basically what natural join will do, whenever it sees the two tables, what it will do, it will first go to the first table, it will check the common column names. Okay, it will check customer id and last update here, customer id and last update here, and it will start joining the data in it. So if we have the same data in the two tables, and though we are having the two column names, if we have the same data it will work. But here if you observe, the last update data will be different here, 2006 to something like this.
Most of the time it won't be same, right?
It won't be same. See, here the time is different, right?
Yes.
So obviously, n- in all of the time, the data will be different only. We don't have the same data in every columns, right? So it basically, if what it will do, natural join, if whenever it sees the common column name, it will just try to join the data. If whenever it sees the different data, it will struck there and it won't display any data, and it throws us the null values only. I mean empty table. Okay, but every time we don't have common data, every time we will have different datas only. And if we whenever we are trying to perform natural join, it won't display the data, it will throws a blank table for us as something like a null I can't say null also, it will just throw the blank table, it won't display the data like this. So this is the drawback. That's the reason we won't use natural joins in real time. But just to understand, as we have concept, just to understand, this is the concept. Okay, am I clear,
Okay.
Common data or
everyone? Yes, Shushavan?
common data or common table name, ma'am.
Common data also, that's what I'm saying. Inner join won't see for the common data, it will see only common column. And irrespective of whether we have different data also, it will just display the data, right? Whereas in natural join, it will along with the common column, it tries to see whether we are having common data or not. If we have common data, it will display. If we don't have common data, it won't display, it won't understand what to display, and it will just leave it as blank.
Since we are specifying the common column name in inner join, right? That's why it displays the data.
No, I'm not talking about common column.
Okay.
Common data also. In even natural join will checks for the common data also. Here, if we create any table, suppose I created customer table and payment table, I given two common column names for each, like same, something like customer id last update, customer id last update. And in both of the tables, if inside my data is same, it
Mm-hmm.
will display the data,
Okay.
natural join. If we but in real time, why our data will be same? Obviously in different tables we will have different data,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Correct.
So that is what.
Okay.
Okay,
If data is different, then it will show empty, right?
empty, yeah. So this is about natural join. This all the three joins which we are discussing today, we won't use them mostly in the real time. That's the reason we won't concentrate much on these joins. The first four joins which we were discussed till now, those are only important joins. We will use them frequently in real time. And if we talk about any visualization tools or any some domains, if whenever we are dealing with the joins, there we will like if I talk about Tableau, whenever we have a concept called joins in Tableau, there we will tell, like we have only four types of joins. We won't consider this as joins only there. There we will say we have only four types of joins, that are inner join, left, right, and full join. But in SQL, previously we from from long back, as these joins are there in existence, we need to discuss about them. Okay, so if it is clear, I will explain cross join. So natural join is clear, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Next we have cross join, also called as Cartesian product. Most of us know about Cartesian product. We have this concept in maths, I guess. So Cartesian product is nothing but let me show. Suppose if I have data like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What Cartesian product will do? It will, you know, for every row, it will, what I can say here, it will matches with the all from this column. For each and every data, it will matches with the every data in this column, like 1 4 1 5 1 6. Next 2 4 2 5 2 6. We might saw this in our childhood, right? This is called as Cartesian product. We have this in maths, if you remember. Basically, it will, in maths we studied that it will multiply with all the data from this, maybe something like matrices we can consider. So basically this is called as Cartesian product. If we use this concept in joins also, what it will do in joins, if we are suppose think this as one column name and this is one column data, it will just display all of the data here. Like for in the first row it will display 1 4, like next 1 5 1 6, like next 2 4 2 5 2 6, like that it will deal with each and every data in the another column. This is called as Cartesian product. We never use this in real time, but as there is a concept, if someone asks you what is cross join or what is Cartesian product, you should be in a stage to answer them. That's the reason I'm explaining you. Let's see one output. So basically what Cartesian, what cross join will do in the sense, it will combine each row with all the other rows, with all the rows in other table. As we saw just now, if we are joining a cross join, if we are performing cross join between two rows, what it will do, it will combine each row of data with all the rows in the other table data, as we just saw in the picture, right? Suppose this will be one row of data, this will be one data, right? So it will join or it will combine with each row of data with the all the rows in the other table, like 1 4 1 5 1 6 will be our output. Next 2 4 2 5 2 6 3 4 3 5 3 6. Let's see here. Let's use Durga's of database only. We have customer and CH tables, as we know, and we have common column as CID. So what happens here, when if we perform cross join, let's see. So I will write simply just like natural join. I need to write it as select star from customer cross join ch. See, let me display all the three syntaxes. I will display the tables individually and I will display this. Uh-uh. See, this is our customer data. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 A, B, C, D here. We have 1, 2, 3, 5. So what it will do, first for the one row, it will join with this. See the output. For each and every row, it will give the basically you can see the possibilities here. We will get the count of rows as see, we have four records here, right? We have four records here. Basically, for each and every record will be joined with each and every record here. That means 4 into 4. I can say not 16 also. Oh, let me give a second. Yeah, 16. I got 16 rows here because each and every row is displaying with, see, the first row 1A is there, no, it will display with 121. Our output will be like 1A 121, the second 1A 222, 1A 324, 1A 525. After that, for the second row, this second row again it combines with all the rows in this table, and then a third row will combine with all the rows in this table, and fourth row combine with all the rows in table. So as we have 4 rows here and 4 rows here, our output will be like 4 into 4, 16. I am not sure whether it is understandable for you or not. In most of the batches, and even if you can see any another in SQL videos also, we won't consider this as join only. But if anyone asks you what is a cross join, you should at least try to say that it is a Cartesian product. Did you got my point? Did you guys understand, or did you guys remember what is Cartesian product? And we never use this in industry, but we need to know. That's it. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So this is about cross join. Next we have self join. Self join is you can only see in one scenario whenever basically self join is nothing but joining the table itself. That is, we will have only one table and that table will join with itself. Then we will call it as self table, self join, sorry.
Repeat
Okay.
it again, Divya.
Yeah. Yeah. So self join is basically what, in the sense, basically in all the joins so far what we did, we used two tables, right? We
Correct.
created joins for two tables, customer and age. But self join, in the sense, if it performs a join, uh, you know I can say creating the join with the same table. We have only one table, it will create, like if I'm talking about customer table, it will perform a join. Here also we will have customer table only. With itself it will perform a join. If whenever any table is performing a join with itself, we will call it as self join. And in real time, in only one scenario we will use this joins, that is whenever we are talking about HR analytics data, we will have some employee tables and manager tables. Let's see that examples. But first let me just write the definition here. Self join is nothing but creating the join with itself. Okay, or I can say creating the join with the same table. If any table is creating the join with itself, let me write it like this also. Any table, if any table is creating the join with itself, it is called as self join. Okay, so let me create one table here. As I said, only in one scenario we will use it, that is whenever we are talking about employees data and managers data. Okay, first let me create the table here. So what is this database? Sindurgasoft database. I'm creating it as EMP. So now I will give the column names as ID. For ID, I will give it as integer. Next, I will give maybe e name. Add char of 10. Here, I will give some manager ID. I will give another column as manager ID. Okay. So we have ID, e name, and manager ID as columns. My table got created. Let me insert some data in it. Insert into EMP values. So I will give randomly, like maybe for ID, I will give it as 1. I will give the employee name as A, and I will give the manager ID as 2. Here I will give 2. I'll give 3. I'm just inserting the data. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is my data. I'm inserting it. Let me select it. Select star from EMP. So this is my table. Okay. As I said, only in this scenarios, that is only in HR analytics database, we will have this kind of data, right? We have, suppose if we are talking about any company's data, this is one employee table where we have ID as as a column, employee name. Suppose I have manager ID. Okay, I have these 3 columns. Here the main concept is that in any organization, we have employees, right? And we have managers. So basically all the managers will be automatically employees for that company, right? Right? If
Yes.
there is any manager, he should be the employee of the company and he should have his own employee ID. Correct? Suppose if we have, suppose in any organization, 10 persons are working, okay, and for all the 10 persons, they have their own employee IDs. Okay, and For the 10 members, there are two managers, let's suppose, but that two managers are also basically an employees of the company, and they will also have one of the employee ID, right? For managers also, we will have they will have employee IDs. IDs will be same even for employees. I mean, same in the sense IDs will be there even for employees or for managers, correct? So whenever we want to, understand or extract the manager data, we will use self join here, because this table, no need of, let me open in Excel file and I'll show you 1 second. So what's happening here? I think I here I have employee table. I have, I can say employee. So simply I will say ID. This will be the employee ID, or else let me write it as employee ID only. EID. Okay. Here I have employee name, and here I have some manager ID. I'm writing it as MID. Okay. This is one table, and I randomly entered some data in it. Right. Okay. So here, if I want to know what is the name of, see here, this is the manager ID. Two is the, basically here two is the employee ID and the name of the employee ID is B. Okay, that two only is the manager for employee ID 1, right? So basically, who is the manager of employee ID 1, in the sense we can say B is the manager of employee ID 1, right? Did you got my point? Basically, we are trying to find who is the manager in this one table only. We are not using any other table. I cannot write here 5. I cannot write here any data which is not there in employee ID, because every manager should have, obviously they will have their own employee ID, correct? If there is
Got
no
it.
employee ID in the database, we cannot they cannot be the managers. So obviously all the employee IDs should be, I mean, this manager ID should be same as the employee ID. From here only we will get the managers, like that.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So here what we are doing, uh, if anyone, there is any confusion, please ask me, I will repeat. Basically, for any manager, there are, I mean, any manager working in any company, he will also have his own ID card. He will also have his own employee ID, right? So this data, we cannot enter any new data which is not there in employee ID card, employee IDs, I can say, right? So here what's happening, by using this table only, we are trying to get our answers. Like if I say what is the manager name of employee ID 3, what is the manager name of employee ID 3, here we can see manager ID is 1 here. So for this manager ID 1, in the sense here, um, for 1 here, manager ID and employee ID will be same. For 1 is the employee ID here and the name is A, right? So basically what we are doing, we are only using one table to understand the data. So when it will perform a join on itself only. So what I can say here, suppose this table name is employee and this table name is manager. Whenever we are performing a join, that is basically a self join, We will give the table names differently, but the data will be same. Just to perform join, we will do like that. For the same data, we will give another name. Okay, and I will write self join here like select maybe star from EMP, that is this table, and I will give alias name as E, and I will say, let me write it down here only. I will say self join, and my second table name is manager. But inside the table the data is same, only the table names are different, just to perform a self join. Okay, here I will say self join manager as M. Okay, and here what I will give the condition on E dot manager ID is equals to M dot EID, like this I will give. That means in employees table, manager ID is equals to the manager table employee ID, right? Basically, in employee ID, for any manager, we have IDs. That manager also will have employee IDs, right? So we will just copy the same data, and we will just give the table name differently. That too, we don't create a table. Whenever we are giving the alias name, we will write simply the uh, table names like this. Sorry, we need to write only alias name. Sorry for that. Here we don't need to write manager. Oh, I cannot. I will let me show it here only. So what I'm doing here, I won't, in the table name, see, I will write it as select star from EMP as E. We will only give the alias name differently. Here we won't, the table name will be different, or else we need to create that table, right? Correct. So star from EMP as E, self join. Again EMP as M. We will take only the alias name differently, and we will say on E dot manager ID is equals to M dot EID. Okay, here we will have employee name only, but we will take this as our alias name as E here. This we will take alias name as M. This is not MID, M. For the same table, we are giving just different alias names just to perform a join. We won't change the table name. Sorry for that. If we change the table name, we need to create the another table. Here the concept is we will use only one table. For this table only, we will use different alias names. Am I clear?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, if we want to know that, like in table one, which you have selected right now with gray color, so like if we want to know that who is the manager of B, okay,
Who
so
is
with
the
B,
man?
manager of B, then we know that the with B employee ID is 2. So then we will say that like 1 or 2. 2 is matching with the 2 in E column or with 1 with the second row 1.
Sorry, can you please repeat your question if you don't mind?
I mean basically hierarchy. Like for
Yeah.
employee's name B,
Mm.
with the employee ID is 2. So for
Employer
B,
is 2, right?
yeah. So then who will be the manager? With manager ID 2 or 1? Like we are matching EID with MID.
So you are asking who is the manager for B?
Yeah, like
No, no,
what will be
yeah,
the
I got your
manager
question.
ID for,
I got
yeah.
your question. Actually, I entered some random data here. Don't really relate this data. Okay. But basically, we need to extract like this.
Okay.
Okay. So only in such scenarios we will use a self join. Okay, that too we won't use much, but as I said, only for HR analytics domain or in that database only we will use this. We can see this kind of self joins. So this is our employee data. To perform a self join, what we need to do, we need to write it as select star from EMP. We need to give different alias names as E self join. Next also we need to write EMP only, but we need to give some different alias name. Then we need to mention it as E dot in employees table manager ID is equals to the M dot. Here we wrote only ID, right? In managers table ID. It may feel a little bit confusion, but try to understand the concept once again. Select star from employee as E as M. E dot manager ID is equals to M dot ID. What's wrong? Let me see the error message. Okay, we need to give the column names here. Okay, sorry, we won't use the self join, right? We will use inner join only. Okay, this will be the output. In MySQL, we won't use self join keyword. In SQL Server, we will use self join. Okay, in MySQL, we need to use inner join only, but we will call this concept as self join. Okay, but whereas in SQL Server, we need to use a self join keyword only.
I think
So
ma'am,
if
direct join will also work. Like
yeah,
if we
direct
remove
join will also work. Even not only here, in natural joins also, direct join will also work. Instead of writing natural join, we can even write join here also. See, instead of not this table, here instead of directly, sorry, here instead of natural join, directly join, normal join keyword will also work for natural join and self join, or else we need to write in a join also, no problem. But self join keyword is not there in MySQL. Okay, in SQL Server we will use self join only, or else directly join we can use. It's better to use join. And we need to give the for the same table name we need to just give the different alias names, and we need to make sure that in employees table manager ID will be equals to manager table ID. Okay, please try to practice this, you can understand. And actually no need of practicing about these three joins also, we won't use this in real time. In my 7 years of experience I never used it. That's the reason most of the times I won't even remember. I will write it as self join as how we will write in SQL Server. We will use only, if you can see yesterday's examples also, we used inner join only very much in the, when comparing to the left join and right join, because we will get if we use for those questions, if we use left join also, we will get almost the same output. Whenever we are mentioning any conditions, like whenever I'm saying, if like we saw one example, one question, right? Like if I want to display something, like whenever we are using in condition null values, at that time we will use left join here. Did you remember that question yesterday? See, like this. If whenever we have one condition like where age is not available, whenever we want to use is null function, at that time we prefer using left join or right join. If we don't see such questions, we will mostly perform inner joins only. Okay, so please practice inner joins and left join, right join only. You can ignore even this, or else you can just try to understand what is the concept behind this, but we won't use it in real time. And no one will ask about this in interviews also. Okay, so this is about joins. With this, our joins concept is done. Whatever questions the file I uploaded, try to practice or try to solve those questions. We will discuss about that questions in our Monday class also. Okay. And what about tomorrow's class? Do you want me to take tomorrow class? What's the date? 31st. I think I should take. Let me open the index once. We are done with up to joins, right? We need to finish this many concepts. But again, as we will take some time to discuss this, but from this we will finish each topic in one day. We will finish all these topics very easily, no problem. These are all small concepts which we will finish each and every concept in one day. But we need at least 2 days on subqueries, and we need to discuss this one. So yes, I'm going to take class tomorrow, or else we cannot finish the course content in the 40 days. Okay. I know I don't want to attend, or I don't want to take Saturday's class, but let's take it tomorrow. I will discuss about group by clause and how we having clause tomorrow. And Monday, because I need to discuss that examples also. So obviously for Monday, we will be discussing only on that questions. And Tuesday, I will discuss regular expressions. Okay. Guys, if you can make, please attend the class. If anyone missed the class, you will get the recording. Is that fine? Please tell me if no one attends, I should wait and I should attend.
Okay, Divya.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. All right, then let's meet in tomorrow's class.